And I'm teaching your students who take guitar from me. We got 3 periods, C, E, and F, and as you can see, we've got a lot of students here. We're going to try to get you in and out, and hopefully we entertain you also. This is Guitar 1 C period. I have 2 Guitar 1 classes, so you're going to hear from C period, you're going to hear from F period, which is also Guitar 1. They're playing basically the same songs, so you can hear the same program twice. But we do have soloists interspersed between that'll break that up, and I hope you enjoy it. First song we're going to play for you is a holiday favorite, Jingle Bells. Song that Guitar 1 passed off for me. Of course, we don't play every song in the book. We skip around, and I try to get the meat of essence of what we're doing on each string. So that's string 1 and 2. So we had a couple of pages on string 1 and 2, open E, open B. And the next song we're going to do utilizes the 3rd string, and this is oral E. String 1, 2, and 3. I was talking about soloists. We're going to have our first soloist. This is Jack. He's got his electric guitar, and he's going to play Son of a Thousand Stars. Okay, and if you notice, as he was playing on an electric guitar, he was going down the neck a little bit. Most of the stuff that we do in Guitar 1 and mostly 2 is in first position. That's where they have their hand up here, and it doesn't stray. 1, 2, 3, 4. But as we get more advanced, we start to move down the neck. All right, our next song is When the Saints Go Marching In. We're still on string 1, 2, and 3. You ready? tell we struggle with when to start, whether we're talking about pickup notes or we start right on one. And I always stress to them that they always should be counting while they're playing. The next song that we're going to do is Vive l'Amour. Before we get into that, you notice most of the students are playing melody on their guitars. When they pass their songs off, they're required to do two aspects of it. The melody, which is what you hear, and then chordal accompaniment, which I think is really important when you're learning guitar, to be able to learn different styles of chordal accompaniment. So that's really up to the student when they're most comfortable. That's what requires the real strength of your left hand. So you'll see some of the students up here playing chords. That's really up to them. I wanted them to play what they were most comfortable with. Playing melody, that's fine. Some students struggle with that. They don't really like to read the notes, and they're more comfortable strumming and accompanying. So that's fine too. But really, well-rounded guitarists can do both. All right, so this is a French song, Vive l'Amour. A lot of comments that I make in this initial class, I won't have to say when F period comes up, so we'll move it a little bit quicker through that. How many of you have heard your child play guitar at home? Oh, look at that. That is great. How many of you have asked them to teach you how to play? Well, that's been something I've been thinking about. It would be nice to do an assignment with them where they have to go home and teach you a song. So, we'll talk about that later. All right, another solo is coming up. This is Connor Hill, and he is playing Thinking Out Loud. All right, now as a group, we're going to play Down in the Valley. Still on string 1, 2, and 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, ready. That was our first attempt at 3/4, and 3 beats in a measure as opposed to 4 beats in a measure is kind of confusing sometimes to the young player. All right, next song is going to be an old Beethoven favorite, Ode to Joy. This is their first duet that they did, and when they checked this off for a grade, they had to get in groups and check it off as a duet. This is Ode to Joy. Okay, our next group is going to be, this is going to be a duet. This is Emma and Caroline. They're playing Hush Little Baby. All right, now the Yellow Rose of Texas. Now we're on to our fourth string, and this was a little confusing. On the third string, you only have 2 notes, G and A. On the fourth string, now we have D, E, and F, and instead of open 1, 3, now it's open 2, 3. So that threw the loop a little bit. Yellow Rose of Texas. Okay, another 3/4. This is Amazing Grace. Is that you? Close this portion of our program out with this piece called Cooper Keeper. Did I miss any soloists? No. Piece called Cooper Keeper. This is your first delving into 8 notes, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this should be good. Change here. Oh, hang on a second. It's time for line change here. We're going to bring up F period guitar 1. So as you guys go down and you guys go up, you got your own guitar, just find your seat. If you don't have a guitar, just pass it over and then stack the rest of them over there. Okay? Cell phones I got left up there? Who? Is this yours? Which one? Any? Okay, give that one a break. I think they're almost ready. While I'm on the subject of cell phones, it seems like every student has a cell phone. Almost every student has a phone. Little mini computer in their hands at all times. And here at Deerlake, we have had issues with students just having their phones out all the time. And you know, I've got situations, kids are like, oh, I need to text my mom, I need to text this to my dad, blah, 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 blah. Well, for the most part, their phones are supposed to be away. If it's an emergency, that's a case-by-case basis. But I guess I'm just saying this to encourage you to talk to your child about the appropriate use of that cell phone. Some of us teachers use the cell phones in our lessons, and that's cool. But when we're not using them, they need to be put away. And understand sometimes if you're texting your student and you're not getting an answer right away, a lot of times that's what's going on. We're trying to limit that. All right, so this is F period, guitar 1. Also, this class is actually larger than the other one, but we've got some people missing. And we're going to follow the same program. We're going to start off with Jingle Bells. Here we go. Ready? And I have been playing them off each other, talking about who's going to be the better class. So we'll see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. orally. Now, this particular class right here, one of the tendencies of F period is to rush a little bit. Okay? We've talked about that. We've had some issues with it. And this is one of those songs where fast is not always good. Here we go, orally. 1, 2, 3. Want to bring up the subject of personal guitars. How many of your students own their own guitar? Oh, that's also surprising. Oh, that's great. Yeah, good guitars are really affordable. And if you're thinking about getting an instrument for your child, I recommend going to one of our music vendors in town. We have Music Masters, which is on North Monroe. Playground Music is up in Timberlane off Timberlane Road. And Guitar Center is a great resource in the center of Tallahassee. And I would recommend that you avoid box store guitars or places like Walmart. They're cheaper, but they are cheaper. And a good quality guitar really makes a difference. All right, here is When the Saints Go Marching In. First F period soloist. This is Logan, and he's playing the riddle song. I can't listen to this song without thinking of Animal Mouse. Y'all get the reference. Deerlake Middle School is very fortunate to have this facility for us to play in. This used to be the gym. In that whole area back there, the high school credit wing, this was the gym. And when they built the new gym, they decided to make classrooms. And I guess Shane Seifert at the time decided he was going to dedicate this space to performing groups. And I don't know that there's any middle school here in Tallahassee that has a space like this. So, you know, I'd like to thank the administration for supporting the arts. Mr. Scott, where'd he go? Is he still in here? He ducked out. Mr. Scott is a music colleague of mine. He taught at Cobb Middle School, I want to say, as a band director. And now he's one of our administrators and one of our chief supporters of the arts here. All right, next song is Be More. Thank you. the Valley.
Wait, isn't it John?
Down in the Valley. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to have John play, and he's going to play She Loves You by the Beatles.
Yeah.
Beethoven again. Beethoven again. Ode to Joy. Our next soloist is Jack Hagan, and he's going to do Sunshine of Your Love.
I absolutely say my needs.
Jack takes private lessons outside of school. How many of you all have taken guitar lessons somewhere? Here? Okay. There's a lot of good places around town. Most of them teach tablature for the most part, rather than actually teaching notes on the staff, which is all right. My method is to teach them notes on the staff and then introduce the tablature, but they end up invariably just doing their own tablature instead of reading the notes on the staff. So, I mean, that's unique to guitar playing. All right, we're going to finish this program up. Yellow Rose of Texas is next. All right, now we have a duet. This is going to be Zemi and Julie. They're doing Angels We Have Heard on High. Grace. Thank you.
Oh, yay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Finish up with our 8-note Cooper Keeper. Ready? 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... We're going to bring up our E period. This is going to be guitar 1 and 2. I mean 2 and 3. right, this is our guitar 2 and 3, and whereas guitar 1 is mostly 6th grade, with some 7th grades and some 8th grade, this is mostly 7th grade and 8th grade. So all these kids have had at least 1 year of guitar before now. And we're going to do, this is a different program, this is out of the book 2 and hands-on guitar method. So we're going to start off with this song called House of Blues. Now by the time, oh, thank you. I forgot. Before we do that, I'd like everybody to stand for the playing of our national anthem. Emily and Delaney. So you saw guitar 1, and that's the first semester of guitar. So this group has gotten through all 6 strings, and we're also moving down the guitar neck away from first position. We're also doing a lot of blues and 8/8 and stuff for this. So this first piece we're going to play is called House of Blues. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I decided to intersperse the guitar 3 and the guitar 2 songs. Everything that guitar 2 is doing right now is in the key of C, without any accidentals, sharps or flats. So guitar 3 is in key of G. This one is going to be in the key of D, 2 sharps. We're doing another song in the key of G, 3 sharps. So that requires a little bit more dexterity with your pinky finger. So we're going to play Oh Susanna. All right, so we'll be doing a little surfing in LA. This is going to be strings 6, 5, and 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now Brandon Berryman over here, he's going to play Iron Man. So you're going to need the mic again. Let's try. Guitar playing is such a wide range of stuff that you can do with the guitar, depending on what kind of music you like: classical music, rock music, country, reggae, ska, religious music. There's all kinds of music that you can play with the guitar, and the students now should be exploring what do they want to do with this. Once you figure out the mechanics of how to play it, what are you going to do with it? And I'd like to encourage students to listen to different kinds of guitar music and just get an idea for where you want to go with guitar playing. All right, so our next song we're going to play is Down by the Riverside. This is the key to G. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're going to go to opera, classical music. This is Jacques Offenbach's Can Can. We're doing this twice. You go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guitar 3 song. We've been delving into African American spirituals, and this one is called Wade in the Water. Ready? Emily and Delaney again, and they're playing It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, or Feel Like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the fountain, glistening once again. The candy canes and silver lines aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hopalong boots and a pistol that shirt is the wish of Bonnie and Ben. Dogs that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
All right, we're going to continue with the Christmas spirit. This is Joy to the World. One, you might be thinking it's a little unusual that I'm up here playing guitar with the guitar students. That's just the way I like to teach guitar. As far as accompaniment and following accompaniment and staying together in a group setting, that feels like the best way for me to do it. There's a lot of counting, 1, 2, 3, but I don't like to do that during performances. And you can see that the pulse of the music is not quite there yet, but it's getting a whole lot better. Before I move on, I want to address a downer subject of grades. The end of the semester is coming up, the end of the 9 weeks, and hopefully all of you are on the Focus portal where you can go and look and see what's going on with your child's grade. All of the songs that they're responsible for passing off are posted up there now. If it's blank or if it has a Z, it hasn't been checked off yet. And they have until, what is it, December 19th? When's the last day? December 20th. They have until December 20th to check their songs off. Now, if you go on there and you see there's values, numbers all the way down, they're done. And this recital here is their exam grade. For the students who were not able to make the recital tonight, they have a writing assignment that they have to do, and it's a 500-word essay on a famous guitar player, and including typed and 2 references and all that kind of stuff. I try to encourage for them to make the recital, because this is much easier than writing a paper. So go on to that Focus portal and check out your child's grade, not just for guitar, but all of their grades are posted. And this is crunch time now. They need to make up assignments. Now's the time. All right, we're going to finish up here with Wayfaring Stranger. Here is another of the spirituals. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have a Johann Sebastian Bach piece, and this is another duet, and this is Minuet in G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, I want to thank you for supporting the music program here at Deerlake Middle School. And I have a question for you. Do we need this cleared out tonight? Okay, so when we finish, if I can enlist your help, we have these chair carts over here that the chairs go in. So those of you who are over here sitting in chairs, if you can just fold it up and hang it on the cart, and we'll clear this floor area. I'll take care of this tomorrow. Actually, you guys can help me out with this, right? Okay? All right, our last song is a takeoff on Johnny Be Good. This is called Barry Be Good. I want to thank you all for coming and supporting your child's education and helping us introduce music to the next generation. I don't know what we would do without that. Thank you for that, and you all drive safely going home. So Barry Be Good. Ready?